Hey, Marie here again. Super excited to join you again. It's the month of February. It's the month of love. It's the month of loving ourselves as well as loving our significant other in a relationship, whatever that looks like. And I want to talk about our self-love that we've been talking about. And I want to talk about the 6 pillars of self-love. If you want the full video on this, hit subscribe, hit give me more, and I'll send it to you. And I want to share just really quickly in just the few minutes, just the 6 pillars of self-love, and you can kind of journal around this, and then if you want the video, it'll come to you. But the first pillar, so imagine 6 pillars, right? And the first pillar is self-discovery. This is kind of the asking yourself, who am I? Who am I? And what brings me joy? And what do I love? I love my Grammys. I love my grandbabies. They're so precious. What I love, and what would a favorite day look like for me? What would that look like? And so it's this courage to honestly ask yourself, who am I? And what do I love? I love the Runaway Bride movie because she literally just didn't even know who she was, right? And she's morphing into whoever she's with. This is knowing who we are. And why we struggle here is because we tend to shape shift in relationships, in grief, in motherhood. We kind of change our identity depending on what seasons we are in. But this is really about just looking at the healthy truth that we are children of a mighty God, and we have value and we have worth. And what do we love? What brings us joy? Because that's exactly what God wants us to have, is joy. So the second pillar is mental well-being. This is how do you handle stress? What does that look like? Am I overloaded? Am I supported? Where is my nervous system? Am I in fight or flight or freeze? And what does that look like? What ways do you find help to cope? And what works to de-stress you? What's your de-stress? And of course, there's a ton of things around this mental well-being. It's not just, I get a massage every single day, but it's actually putting something in that's really going to support our mental well-being. The pillar is self-acceptance. Do you accept you? Are you acceptance of yourself every day? Do you just say, this is me? I love that. I love that movie in that part in Greatest Showman. This is me. Do you know who you are and what you're worthy of, and that you're worthy of love, and you're worthy of compassion, and you're worthy of being taken care of, and you're worthy of someone that adores you? Do you accept yourself? This is a big one. And I think in the sense of looking at it, this might be one that a lot of us might, deal with. That I don't need to earn love. I can be loved, and this is who I am, and it's okay. It's not to say this is who I am, deal with it, because there's always growth. The fourth one is self-care, and I'll bet you a ton of us do not put a ton of time into our own self-care. That we really self-care our minds, our bodies, and our soul that God has entrusted us with. And what does that look like? Is that do you nurture your mind, your body, and soul on a regular basis? Do you take time for yourself? And it's not just like every day. Maybe this is like a once a week or every few days, so that you are filled up. You can't pour from an empty cup. You've got to put your own mask on before you put somebody else's on. And this is that self-care. Can you be relaxed, and can you be served? Can you let somebody serve you, and will they serve you? Do you take time for you? The fifth pillar is probably another super difficult one. It's boundaries. This is what is yours to carry? What is mine to carry? Can you say no? Do you set healthy boundaries? Do you set healthy limits? This was not a conversation that we had, being raised, but this is definitely a conversation happening with our youngers. I hear boundaries with our daughters all the time. I'm like, boundaries? What is this? It's okay. Do we set healthy boundaries? Do we set limits? And do we actually get our own needs met? Do we ask for what we need? Are we able to take to ask and to request? This comes when signs of boundaries are missing, is like the resentment and the exhaustion and the feeling like I should have said no. Why did I say yes? Like that enabling and not speaking your truth, like not speaking that truth. And so it's really simple just to say that doesn't work for me. Or one of my favorite lines is, I really need time to ponder and pray about that. Can I get back to you? Super simple. I really need time to ponder and pray about that. Can I get back to you? That's it, right? And then the final one, the sixth one, is self-talk. What do you say in your head? What do you say about yourself? Are you kind to you? Do you believe that negative voice that's talking in your head? You're just becoming aware of this internal narrative that's shaping who we are, shaping our worth and our safety and our choices. And this can come from old authority figures, traumas, even religious crap, shame, and even culture expectations. But asking, would I say this to a child? I'm saying it to myself. If you want more, hit subscribe, and I'll even send you the whole recording for this amazing video. Thanks, y'all.